Yo, what's going on? Jay and I are just eating some pizza. We fell behind a little bit today. Sorry about that, folks. Just gonna get the mic set up over here. Jay's outside having a quick little break, and then we're gonna get the show on the road. So what's going on? We got DeMarco already. All right. Let me turn the sound down. I don't know if it's like too loud, but dude, I can't believe that. So Edward was saying that somebody was ganking the intro song on the channel. Scotty Kilmer. I don't know. I mean, that's crazy. If you can find a link to that, I would love to listen to that. If he actually took the theme song, I don't know why, but he would have. But I guess if he likes it, cheers. I'm drinking a LaCroix. Actually, it's super hip of me. Yeah, what's going on?
At that fancy people party.
Yeah.
And I was corrected. It's supposed to be pronounced LaCroix.
Oh, LaCroix.
LaCroix. It's French.
Oh, that makes sense.
LaCroix.
Hashtag not sponsored by LaCroix.
Definitely not. Hashtag if you're LaCroix watching the video, please put more flavoring in your fucking drinks.
All right, LaCroix, you need more flavoring in your drinks, according to Jay.
I would love to have a strawberry one that didn't taste like you had to imagine there was strawberry in it.
Yeah, some of them are not great. Some of the flavors are definitely not.
I appreciate the effort and all,
but they're not good, man.
I was watching a comedian recently that said something about. I forget who the fuck it was even. I was talking about those. And said that.
It's like the packaging is what gets people, right?
No, it said it. I tried the new flavor of LaCroix today, stored next to a strawberry. Like, breeze blew across a lime tree. Yeah.
I mean, I think the one flavor they have is really good. Pamplemousse, however the fuck you say that.
I don't know. You said it's like grapefruit, right?
Yeah, I think it's like a fancy or passion fruit or something.
Maybe that's the French for grapefruit.
All right, Jay's got to do his patented adjustment because I never seem to.
I don't know, you got it pretty good. That's
yeah? Oh, sick. I'm learning, man.
Pretty well.
Getting good.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Just going to check the sound for everybody, make sure we're not blowing anybody out. All right.
Yeah. Hard to check the sound if there's no sound.
Cool. So what's going on out there? I saw Matt. He's saying, "Weirdo Beardo, what up? I'm back."
Yeah.
Daniel Lanois, what's going on? Daniel Lanois, he's got a new seltzer line. I don't have that music anywhere. That's actually my buddy Sean that I mentioned, Sean and Mary. They wrote that track, the intro music to the channel, and the classic story is they both don't remember recording it, so I don't know what the deal with it is. It's not available anywhere except for on the channel, so.
They don't remember recording it?
Yeah. It's like, I played it to Sean, he's like, I don't know who recorded this, but it wasn't me.
Well, whatever happened there, they better keep it on the down low.
Oh, nice.
Because it might have been maybe one of those kind of party nights or something. I don't know. Do they party like that?
I don't know what the deal is. I'm not sure. I mean, Sean is known to party a little bit, so I gotta say, I'll just say it doesn't surprise me that he doesn't really.
All right, fair enough.
Jay with the
Thanks,
electro-harmonics. That's awesome.
I've had my hands in a whole bunch of electro-harmonic shit recently, so I've been feeling saucy. I'm rocking the t-shirt.
Nice, man. Oh, actually, that question was for No Wave, not for me. So sorry about that. I answered. Turtleneck, what up? J-Rad, what's going on? Edward. David, what's going on, buddy?
Damn, there's a whole lot of you in
Everybody,
here,
yeah.
way before we got on this shit.
Dude,
Goddamn.
I figured out how to schedule it properly now. You have to schedule it from the phone if you stream live from the phone. So
All right.
you can't do it from the computer, because that's what happened last week. We had 2 streams going. It was all janky because basically I scheduled it on my computer and then tried to stream from the phone, and it didn't exist. So then we had the one stream where everybody was like ahead of time hanging out, and then the other one, the new one. So I'm actually glad it worked out. But yeah, so it looks good. Looks like it's going good. Hello, Governor. What's going on? Whoa, we got surfing on brainwaves. What up? Man, we got some OG Task fam coming through. What up, J-Rad? I mean, Coop, what's going on? Man, the anticipation, yeah. Yeah, well, I guess the big news of the day is we're planning on scaling back the live stream a bit. We were talking about this.
Yeah, I mean,
we're probably gonna come on when we have some time to. But I figured like Jay and I want to start actually like jamming more and recording. That's one thing we're gonna use our Wednesdays for. So if we can somehow stream from the studio and just stream the practices, maybe we'll do that. But we're just, I don't know, we just both want to like do some more music stuff and have some other projects in the works. We both have a bunch of different projects going down in addition to that as well. So, I mean, I don't want to say that, like, obviously we're going to still do the stream at least once a month, but it's definitely not going to be as weekly, I don't think, right?
I mean, that's up to you. Or we could do it every other or whatever. I mean,
Yeah, maybe every other or something. I think we just need to dial it back, and because like one thing for me was the latest Be Cool Cowboy thing that I'm putting out on Painted Blonde. Sold out, by the way, which is really cool. Thanks to everybody who grabbed a copy. But I wanted to record it with Jay, but we just didn't have any time, and we didn't have any time to really practice. So we figured, well, we were talking about it a little bit the other night, and yeah, it just kind of makes sense. Like, we both can get together at this time, so why not jam? So, I mean, obviously we enjoy doing the stream, but we got to make that art, man. Got to make that art. So, but yeah, maybe we'll try to stream those practices if we have stuff at the studio, if we have service. But I mean, this time of year with the leaves, it gets a little funny. Matt said it's the only stream I enjoy pooping to. So relaxing. Thanks, man. Oh, okay, Michael. I didn't see that. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, I was over in Europe for a couple of weeks there. I gotta catch up on some things with the channel. But that's one thing I was planning to do in terms of, speaking of live streams, was I'm hoping to start live streaming an hour or like a half hour on a certain day when I just like blast through all the comments and stuff that are on the videos, rather than checking them like as frequently as I usually do, which is probably daily. I'm going to just start checking them all on like Friday after the video comes out, and then maybe after the new video comes out, just do like a 15-30 hour long live stream where I'm answering as many questions as possible that people send in via email, via Instagram. That's one thing too. There's been awesome amount of how do you say that, correspondence. So that's been really cool, and I think that'll be a really good way to answer everybody's questions, get back to all the emails and comments, and then also hopefully it'll teach people something. And also, if you have questions, people can come through that stream too. But I think I want to try doing that too, man. It's like when we're hanging out, do more streams that are more off the cuff maybe, or I don't know. I still want to like stream a lot. I really enjoy it, but in terms of the 2 hour streams we usually do tonight weekly, I think we got some projects in the pipeline that we got to get going on. So, but thank you everybody who's been coming out weekly and hanging out with us. We haven't been here in a couple weeks, so which I guess kind of makes sense. So it's kind of a good way to ease into our new schedule. But yeah, what's up, Kay? What's up, Dickie? That's a great question. That's a really good question for the. Oh crap! The stream, it looks all right here. I'm monitoring the stream. Hey, what's up, Paul? We got a really good question from Dickie. I just wanted to say, I don't know if I said Amsterdam was sick. Europe was really cool. I was actually able to meet up with Freddie Weber. He's on the. I got to make a post about it. I haven't had a chance to hit up the Instagram, but yeah, maybe we can stream some of that recording time, some of that practice time. Dickie asks, this is a good one. I like this question because it's something I often think about doing, and I never do. But I know people who do or have, or you always hear stories. Do you guys ever take mind-altering drugs before writing, recording music? Jay?
What does mind-altering drugs mean? Be more specific.
I
mean,
Dickie,
no.
can you be more specific?
I don't know. No.
I'm assuming maybe like marijuana or mushrooms or I don't know. Isn't all drugs alter your mind? Isn't that like the point of drugs?
I mean, it kind of do, I guess. It depends. Weed just makes me fall asleep, so that wouldn't do any good.
Yeah.
Now I don't fuck with the rest of that shit. No need.
Yeah, I never really have. It's kind of a boring answer to that question.
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, I guess like, yeah, I don't think. I mean, I guess I don't really drink anymore. That's not really something I do or ever really did with any sort of like frequency. No, I guess not, man. That's kind of lame. Depending on who you ask. But yeah, I mean, I've heard of people like, I mean, one of the classic examples for me is Ween, the album, I think the Pod. I mean, the rumor is that they used to huff Scotch Guard when they were writing that album. They had this apparatus that they made, and that album is so trippy and weird and pitch controlled because it was done on a 4-track, I believe, and apparently that album was done under the influence of Scotch Guard, which I don't know, of the fumes.
Huffing it, yeah.
Yeah. But I've also heard that that's not true, and I have heard that it is, so I don't really know, but it's definitely a fascinating topic because along the lines of Sean not remembering that he wrote.
Yeah.
I know that Paul McCartney has gone on record as saying that he doesn't remember singing on Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, like the title track. So, I don't know. I mean, those guys are definitely having some fun. And, I mean, I think it's interesting to try to do, I guess. I don't know, maybe someday. But, I don't know. I think for me the importance is just showing up on a regular basis in order to write. But I guess it depends on your mood too. Like certain days, like
yeah,
just vibes. What I want to start doing is maybe try starting to write some music in nature. Actually, that can be mind altering.
I suppose so. Yeah.
I
can't write music without some sort of inspiration.
But not of the mind altering variety. Paul says, "Hey friend, I'm really enjoying your video content. Thank you. It's nice to see people who still love the old school analog machines. I have a Tascam 488. Mark. Oh, MK. That's awesome. Oh, TR 8-track. That's awesome. Yeah. Jay and I actually we were working on a new video about a Tascam 388.
Yeah. You want to tell them about that? I got to just make a call real quick.
Oh, okay. I feel like I've been talking my...
No, I'm dealing with that liquidation shit. She's like trying to do some funky shit right now, so I gotta just make a phone call real fast.
All right, man. Do you? I will. I'll keep the people entertained. Yeah. So Jay has been working on a studio liquidation. I think we mentioned it a couple of weeks ago. After work this morning, I went up around noon to hang out with Jay. I started shooting some footage for the fabled Jay documentary that's going to be coming out at some point. So I was kind of following Jay around, and he's been working in the studio up here. It's kind of in the Catskills and Catskill Mountain Range, and old studio. There's like a lot of lore to it. A lot of people have been there recording and jamming and things, and there's like tapes and tapes and tapes of like all sorts of live recordings of like pretty famous bands, I guess, from like the 70s or 80s. I don't know too much about it. We'll have to get Jay's take on it, but Anyway, he found this room that was like bolted shut in the studio, and inside he found like crazy like desert island super rare gear in this place. It's like one of those stories you hear about once or twice in a lifetime of like this treasure trove of gear that this guy was kind of stashing, or that was, stashed in the studio. And he said when he opened the door, like crowbarred it open or whatever, the first thing that was there was a Tascam 388, which I guess was like the brain of the studio at some point. But so I was there shooting and, shooting some video, and we got some really cool footage of the Tascam 388 and Jay fixing it up and Jay talking about it a little bit. So that's going to be a separate video coming out at some point. I was hoping to buy it from the studio, but A, I don't really have cash flow, and B, it's not in great shape. I guess you could still get a decent amount of money for it, but I don't want to have to put much into it just because we're not sure what's wrong with it, and the nature of the liquidation is they're just trying to move this stuff out. But he found some other really rare guitars. There's a couple old amps. Some really like amps that he didn't even realize existed. Jay didn't realize existed. Just some really rare pieces in there. Some really rare microphones. So yeah, that's where we were today. Things are going pretty good in terms of finding rare gear and shooting some vids. So stay tuned for the 388 vid coming up. I know a couple of you guys have one. I know David has one. Anybody else have a 388 out there? Yeah, Kay, Holland is fucking sick. I meant to hook up with Dennis out there too. I should have let him know, because Dennis has the channel Multi-Track Cassette Fans, and he's based in the Netherlands. I'm not exactly sure where. Yeah, Matt said this type of year is I'm most inspired to create and record. That's awesome. Yeah, it's like I was up here in the Catskills where Jay lives, and I might be able to turn the camera around, but you could see the mountains from his window here, and it's just like so majestic, and everything's green. Because when I went on vacation, everything was so brown and muddy here, and now it's like everything's like coming back to life, and it's just so beautiful. It's like I feel like every time this happens, I kind of forget what it's like to have the like the springtime, because the winter is always such a fucking drag. Oh, Jason said regarding marijuana, I totally get paranoid and then fall asleep. Yeah, it's such a funny drug because it affects people so differently. We were just talking to some guy at the studio that was saying something about he can't smoke certain stuff anymore because it makes him like really anxious. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but Kay said I tried to record Stone and it just came out so sloppy when I listened to it sober. That's the big thing I think with mind altering stuff is even just drinking, right? It's like people always think that they play better when they're drunk, but they really don't. And I think I've had a similar experience with just, I don't know, recording and thinking that you're like making something really cool if you're in like a certain state of mind, and then going back and listening to it. Like in the moment, it's like, oh wow. I guess like drinking is the perfect example. Like drinking before a show or, whatever, to loosen up. And I've seen shows where like I did that and then watched like the playback, and it was like, what was I thinking? You got to be careful with stuff like that, You don't want it to become the norm. Sleep deprivation, nice. Ativan and Dramamine. Yeah, I mean, they say sleep deprivation is on par with like, I forget, I think either like being hungover or drunk or something. Like, so that's something you can experiment with, just staying up late, staying up all night, and then writing some music. That might be fun. Hey, Gabe, what's going on? Thanks for coming through. Sorry, I have like a cough. I hope Hope that's not too loud for y'all. Butthole surfers rode and perform while tripping. I could believe that. Yeah, that's a really good point. Smoking weed doesn't help with recording. Just being sober and inspired. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like nature. One idea I had for the channel at one point, and I think I might try this year, is 424 outdoors, where probably gonna stream or make some videos of like writing music like in the woods or something. And I think I want to try to wrap that into the idea I had about 50 songs, 50 states, one 4-track project. And that was like a project I wanted to do. I don't know if anybody remembers the video I made about it, but it would be so sick to just go to each state and write some music, or, write some songs in like a national park or like a state park. Maybe I can do that in New York starting. I'll go to like some state parks and do that. Because I was looking into getting a solar generator at one point that you could run stuff off of. And then Levy also sent me that Tascam DPO 406 machine, which is just a battery operated 4-track. So I think that could be really cool, though, especially now that it's brighter out. Yeah, but yeah, I think there's something to be said, like about just finding inspiration, and sometimes you have to create that inspiration by showing up and getting to work. Turtleneck has a conflicting story. They did a bunch of bass covers a few months back after eating legal sort of Adderall and nailed them more than any other time. Well, that's like a focus. That helps you focus, right? I know people take that when they're studying. Gil said, "Record stone? No way. Fall asleep, no precision, not funny at last." That's true. Yeah, I feel like that's the problem with like marijuana in general, at least for like a lot of people I know. I don't really do that, but I know a lot of people that they just like become. I know some people that are like super high functioning when they smoke, and you would never know that they smoke. And then I know a lot more people that they're just fucking useless. Like as soon as like that stuff starts happening, and yeah. So I don't know. I guess it depends how it makes you roll. It just affects people so differently. Yeah, the 388 is sick. I really like to. I really would have liked to have bought that one, but it's in a pretty big state of disrepair. Matt said he's been experimenting with different recording techniques like double or even quad tracking, messing with mic distance. Nice, man. How's that been working out for you? That's a good point, J-Rad. Recording a track that you're satisfied with is such a high in itself. I agree. That's what I always say. It's like so stupid and cliche, but I feel like I'm high all the time, man. Somebody's gonna like cut that up someday and put that out of context. That would be funny. Turtleneck said, "I'm doing the same kind of thing, going for that huge." That sounds cool. Huge Oasis guitar. Maybe that would be a good video. So how's everybody's spring going, man? How's things happening? You guys getting inspired out there? Anybody working on some new music? What's the deal? You got any new recordings you're working on? Oh, dude, that's so funny. Jared said, "I've been writing on my acoustic more and digging the sound." Me too. I've really been wanting to. That's one of the things I want to work on with Jay, actually, is when we start practicing. I want to start playing acoustic and have him play drums. And I want to make an album on the 4-track, or make some songs on the 4-track for the next album with me and Jay, with just like acoustic and drums and maybe some, stuff in post, whatever will fit on the 4-track. But that's a sound that I really want to explore this summer too. That's funny. I'll have a pre-show shot before I hit the stage, but that is a mistake. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's one of those things. I think it's funny because people think that it helps them, but I don't know if it does. Gabe said, I just bought my first pair of small diaphragm condensers. Anyone else use them? I used to use a pair of those, like pencil condensers, but I wound up selling mine. I really just like the sound of like a mono overhead on drums. Here's Jay.
For fuck's sake.
Everything good?
Yeah.
We've been talking about pencil condensers or small diaphragm condensers, smoking weed, and why you shouldn't if you want to get stuff done. I don't know, man. Just catching up with the fam.
Word.
I've been thinking of writing some stuff to Jim Dooley's Dumb Sacks. Anybody hear his stuff? Jeremy? Oh, no, I haven't heard of him. We'll have to check that out. Gabe said the field recordings will be cool. I told you that idea, right? Of like making some 424 outdoors, making some like vids of just recording outside. I think we
talked about remote recording with like the 414s and stuff
in
the past.
That's right. I think that's right. I got to get another LaCroix. How do you say it? LaCroix.
Yeah.
Oh, do you bus or play music in public environments? Enjoy it or not? Interesting question. What were you saying?
I've never busked. I don't think I could do it.
I have. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I don't know enough of other people's music to do it.
Well,
how would you power a 414 on location? Well, there are a couple different ways you could do it. What I was thinking was an AGM sealed battery. They make ones that are fairly small. They're meant for things like wheelchairs. You can get like a 5 amp hour battery. So like on a 414, if you had like the right adapter to make that happen, your 414 would probably run in the woods off of a 5 amp hour AGM battery for like 10 hours. So you can get a lot of shit done out in the middle of nothing.
Can you recharge those?
Mm-hmm. Yes, you can. They're commonly used in things like wheelchairs and electric power accessories, but they're also common in solar setups.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get them right off eBay.
Dude,
so
that's what I was thinking too. I wanted to get a rechargeable solar battery and do something like that.
Yeah.
Because that would be sick. Roll up to like a state park.
I think it's Go Power.
With like a little battery and the 4-track and your guitar and go record some shit in the woods. That'd be fun.
One of the YouTube channels that we watch, they live off grid in like this thing called a scamp, which is a little fiberglass trailer, and they go all around the country living in that trailer and like various campgrounds and state lands.
Cool.
And I want to try to look it up. I
That's
think it's called
actually
Go Power.
Where I thought of doing the solar power battery, because I saw when I was out west a couple of years back. I guess it was last year. I don't remember now. I guess it was last winter. No, it'd have to be 2 years ago. Anyway, I saw some camper vans like that, similar to what you're describing, and one of them was like powered by some solar company or some solar battery thing.
Yeah,
I looked it up and I was like, this is fucking sick. Because then they just park somewhere in the solar and they have, they can like make coffee and do all this shit inside there. With just prop up like a solar panel, charge the battery, and then when you park at night, you can charge your phones. You can use the microwave if you have one in your trailer or whatever.
I'm gonna go into those videos and tell you what the fuck that was called. Oh, Goal Zero. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Goal Zero.
Yeah, that's right.
These people, this is what they live in. See the little trailer?
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. The Yeti. Wow, they live in that whole thing.
Yeah. 2 of them and a dog. So what I'm showing Mike right now, the channel is...
What do they drive?
Elsa Ray, ELSARHAE. They tow it with a Subaru Forester turbo.
Oh, so you guys were like, this could be us.
Yeah, not really. I don't think I could survive in such a small thing. And I work way too fucking much to be living off grid like that.
Yeah, that
I would have no money if I left here and fucking didn't have customers.
You have to be able to work remotely if you're going to do that, or just be really fucking rich.
They also have a thing called a BioLite. So it's like a camp cook burner. You put wood in it, and it boils water and shit. But by the heat cycle, it generates electricity that will charge your Goal Zero shit.
Oh.
It's pretty fucking cool.
That's really fucking cool.
So that's something to look into. That Yeti thing, and the BioLite.
Oh, what's up, Mike? MPF project in the house. What's going on? Thanks for coming through, Mike, and not co-streaming. It was like a couple weeks ago, I think Mike was dipping into the stream time.
Damn. Cow.
Oh no, Twin said I'm at work about to blow my brains out. Stopping to say hi. Don't blow your brains out, bro. Come hang out. Matt, what's up, dude? I had considered outdoor before. Aside from ambient noise, with the open space and lack of flat surfaces, act like a dead room.
Actually, the louder... Okay, so I'm going to qualify this by saying... Qualify, whatever. If you record in a forest, the louder the sound pressure is that you apply to it, the more slap you will get off of the trees. So with something that's sort of quiet, you'd probably be fine. But like cranking on an acoustic guitar in like a forest canopy cover, if that makes sense. Like if you're in a grove of trees, cranking on an acoustic at a distance, you could pick up an echo off of the trees. That's a thing. Like at the studio, if you put a guitar cabinet out on the deck, and you go chonk, it goes honk.
Oh,
and it slaps back at you. That's not off the building. That's off the trees.
Right.
So there are almost no naturally occurring parallel surfaces in a forest, but that does not mean you don't get reflections, early reflections, and echo.
Makes sense too, because it's like gonna hit those trees if you hit it loud. Like you're saying, if you hit it loud enough.
Yeah. And like hand drums, like when people play hand drums in the woods back here, if 2 or 3 people are like sitting by the creek playing fucking bongos, I can hear that through the walls of my house.
Whoa.
Because it echoes off the trees and shit, and it carries. And it's always got a slap on it because the creek's right there too. Bounces off the water and goes wherever it wants. Opus 40 is like a mile that way.
Yeah.
When Opus 40 has concerts, I can open my bedroom window and listen to them.
What is Opus 40, just so for people?
It's a stone rock, it's dry stacked stone formation that a guy built. It was supposed to take him 40 years to complete it. He died at year 36.
Shit.
I think. It was like his life's work, though. It's all dry laid bluestone. He bought a property that had a giant quarry on it, and he cleaned the quarry out and turned it into this crazy thing. Use your Google on that one. There's some really nice pictures, and there's a lot of aerial, drone footage and shit of it. It's pretty cool.
Trying not to cross the streams.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you guys are talking about the Kinks? Fuck yeah. I was talking about that with, was it one of you guys? We're talking about how the Kinks are just so fucking underrated, especially in the States. Well, I mean, I guess there's always they always play Lola on the radio. But I don't know. The Kinks have such a deep discography that you can go into, and just great fucking songwriters.
Well,
man.
then what was that one?
Oh yeah,
wasn't that them too?
Yeah, that's them too.
Those are the only 2 songs.
So I mean, they have
one and Lola.
That's what I mean. They have
Lola. I don't know. There's something very charming about that lyrically.
Oh yeah, that's
because it comes off as such a nice little song, and then you're really listening to what the guy's talking about. And
yeah, because I think Ray Davies had a relationship with
transsexual, transgender.
Yeah, I think a pretty famous. I think it was a famous transgender model. I think.
Was it really?
I think so. Yeah.
And is that what the song is about? Like their breakup or something?
Yeah, I think he had actually. It's not fiction. I think it's based on his real life.
That's very interesting.
I believe I could be correct. If I'm incorrect,
that is
please
very
correct me.
Interesting.
But I'm pretty sure that's what I heard about it.
You know what's most interesting about that is that would have happened, and that song would have been written in a time where that was like one of the worst social taboos.
That particular song?
Yeah, if you think about what that's about, like
Yeah.
a male who quote unquote cross dresses or whatever, and like, so not only do you have that, which even still people are like,
Well, I think that's
and
that's why
then
it's awesome.
and then like the homosexuality element that is implied by that also at that time would have been like, I mean, modern day, who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
Even then, really, who the fuck cares? But people made it their business anyway.
Right.
But that's kind of sort of
It's funny
risque
because I
for
feel
like
like
that would have been what,
people
late
are more
60s?
accepting of like in terms of music. It's funny because I feel like maybe I don't know, maybe it was just the decade or something, but people almost seem like more accepting of social taboos when it's presented in a song. Does that make sense?
Well, I think it's easier to digest.
Okay.
I think that's why.
Well, because the other thing is too, I've been working on actually some lyric videos because we were talking about making some videos about lyric writing, and I was examining some stuff, and I also realized a really big thing about lyrics and stuff and music is that there's a large percentage of people, believe it or not, who don't even listen to the fucking lyrics. They
Oh yeah, for sure.
just listen for the melodies and things of that
Sure.
nature. So like, there's probably just a bunch of people that just bop along in their car. It's probably like some right-wing, like conservative dude out in like Idaho,
Jamming to that song.
jamming
Doesn't
out
even
to
have any fucking
Lola,
clue.
and he doesn't
Yeah.
even know what's going on. But yeah, so something to keep in mind when you're writing your lyrics. A lot of people don't even fucking listen to them.
Well, and the other side of that, or the other third of that, is like people that do listen to them completely misinterpret either what the words actually are or what it is that you're trying to say or imply.
Yeah.
Like, I can't tell you how many times, like, even with the guy that's playing drums with us now, it's like, in that part where you go, yai, yai, yai. Like, I've never said yai anywhere, especially not in a song. That's not that's not proper English. I'm not sure what the fuck that is. Like, I think that's borrowed from Japanese, but I didn't say that. Yeah.
What do you actually say there?
Hey, hey, hey. Well, except I don't say it. I yell it, I guess so. But like there was that one fucking, I think it was like a Lexus commercial where they used like Elton John's Rocket Man. And it's like, burning up his fuse out here alone is the line. But like everybody has a different interpretation of what that line actually is.
Well, that's like
Bad Moon Rising by Creedence Clearwater Revival. That's another one that does the same thing.
Yeah. And the Springsteen song where he's like, wrapped up like a douche.
Oh, that. Yeah. No, that wasn't Springsteen that wrote that, though. That was Steelers Wheel.
That's Steelers Wheel? Wait, is it a cover?
Springsteen says, I believe. I'll tell you right now.
I didn't realize Steelers Wheel wrote that. The only song that Steelers Wheel, obviously the famous one-hit wonder, Stuck in the Middle with You. I didn't realize that was their song.
Hold on a second.
Wrapped up like a deuce, another rounder in the night. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Where Jason said it's like people jam "Born in the USA" at political rallies.
Oh yeah, I've seen that right down
That's
by
a
you.
perfect example.
Right down by you, like a month
Yeah.
ago they were doing that.
Yeah.
Wrapped up. I'm gonna just type in the lyric. I don't know what that fucking lyric is.
Oh, Turtleneck said Springsteen wrote it and Steelers Wheel covered it. That makes more sense because I don't think
Blinded by the Light. That's the song.
blinded.
Song by Manfred Mann's Earth Band.
Oh.
Manfred Mann's Earth Band wrote that song, according to my Google.
Wait, so it is does Springsteen cover it as well then? Or is that just like a fabrication?
So let's see.
Or is that like what is that called? Mandela effect?
Misnomer.
There's something changed in the Matrix.
Blinded by the Light. Let's see who. There's got to be a wiki on this, I'm sure.
Everybody's really confused by this.
Released in 1976, recorded by Manfred Mann's Earth Band. Okay, so here's the... Okay, you're right, yeah. Blinded by the Light is a song written and recorded by Bruce Springsteen. First appeared on his 73 album, Greetings from Asbury Park, New Jersey. A cover by British rock band Manfred Mann's Earth Band reached number 100 on the Billboard... Or reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in the United States in February '77. Yeah. It was also covered by the Eagles of Death Metal and appeared on the Super Troopers 2 soundtrack.
There's a Super Troopers 2.
I mean, that's... Yeah. So you're right. It is a Springsteen song.
I thought so.
Made famous, evidently, by Manfred Mann.
Fascinating.
I still don't know what the fucking
So
words
what's the
are.
version? I'm wondering if the version I've heard is Manfred Mann then.
Well, the one that's really hard to understand is probably Springsteen. Because he kind of sings like he's got something inappropriate in his mouth.
We'll leave that up to the audience's imagination.
Yep. Planned on it. Maybe it was a rubber pig he had in his mouth. Shield me, Kevin.
Oh, Paul said Springsteen recorded his album Nebraska on a 4-track. And Jerry Lafferty of the Wheelers just... Wait, what? We'll live just along the road? Wow, they live down the road from me? That's cool. Why haven't I not done a video on Nebraska yet? That seems like something prime for the channel.
On what?
Oh, I think probably the most famous album, right? Recorded on a 4-track was Nebraska by Bruce Springsteen. Well, not the most famous, but maybe the most like the biggest artist, right? I mean, I guess I can't think of another artist. There is that Prince album that came out recently. That's I think it's called Prince and a Piano.
Yeah,
Actually, I want to do a video on that too because that's just
some of that shit sucks.
Yeah, but I mean that's
sucks. Like, why did you put that out?
Well, it was kind of just something they found.
Yeah, well, they've always said forever though that like
he's got like a vault of shit.
Yeah, his vault, like he'll put out a record a year for like forever.
Yeah, it is funny then. Like, why did they choose that one? There's some really cool tracks on there. And I think it's cool to see his writing process too, because you can kind of hear where he's almost like improvising things.
Yeah, I mean, I think
it's cool that it was recorded on a 4-track too.
I think one of the only entertainers who has more talent or an equivalent amount of talent to what Prince had is Stevie Wonder, because motherfucking Stevie Wonder can't even see the drums on his records. How you gonna be blind and you're gonna be in the studio cutting drums on your motherfucking records?
Well, they don't move.
Understood, but still, like.
I mean, I'm not trying to.
No, I know, but
I'm
it's
not trying
like,
to take away from Stevie Wonder's ability.
Like.
But I mean, you're a seasoned drummer. You can play the drums like.
I can play the drums without really paying attention, but if I close my eyes for too long and things are moving fast, I start to miss shit. Because it's really easy to have your equilibrium slide and be a little off when you're going, and then the next time you're even further off, and then finally you're missing. Mm-hmm. You know, so like.
Well, they say when you lose one sense that your other senses are heightened.
What, does he smell the toms?
Maybe he can. Like, he can hear them.
You know, yeah, I mean, I guess, but it's like I don't know, man.
He smells the toms.
Yeah, like. Put a little mint oil on Stevie's drums for him.
A mint on this one, a little strawberry essence on this one. Yeah, I feel like
But it's like, you know.
we're getting into gray area, dangerous territory.
Prince was fucking nasty, man. That dude could play like anything. But,
yeah, he's fucking sick.
But I give more credit to Stevie Wonder because he can't fucking see and he can still play anything.
Right. But isn't there that really famous joke from High Fidelity where they're like, can you forgive Stevie Wonder for like his post, like, 70 or like 80s albums, because like the albums he made in the 70s, I think I used to listen to just like I think I'm like I don't even remember what
Music of My Mind and Talking Book and
yeah, I'm trying to think of I think I listened to him like Winamp or something. I had him like on my computer.
Jesus, yeah.
But like Winamp. I used to just listen to those and play Minecraft, and those are fucking sick albums, man. Like the 70s ones. I never like listened past a lot of that stuff, but yeah.
Well, the same could be said for David Bowie, honestly.
True. I mean, the stuff he did with Eno, it was fucking sick. And then and everything from like Diamond Dogs up to like I don't know. I'd have to look at the
there's some Bowie shit that, like, I love David Bowie, don't get me wrong, but there is some David Bowie shit that is really fucking disappointing to listen to.
Yeah.
It's like, how did you get that fucking pop? Like, we went from classic shit like Ziggy Stardust to you're talking about, like, putting on red shoes and shit. Like, fucking shit in a hat. That song sucks.
That's the joke in High Fidelity. It's like, can you forgive great artists for their low points, you know? I mean, that's the same thing with like Bob Dylan. I don't know how you feel about Bob Dylan. I'm not like a mega fan. I enjoy his music sometimes, but there's a couple albums where he was like reborn again and born again Christian, and they're like apparently really bad. Yeah, I'd say anything from like
Paul, Def Leppard's drummer, only has one arm, but even with two arms, he was a shitty drummer. So I mean, it's kind of like I don't know. I if I was him, I would really thank my lucky stars for the invention of the Simmons electronic drums. But anywho,
I mean,
you know what the worst part about Stevie Wonder is? At an awards show, they fucking forgot him on stage at the end credits.
really?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
He played live with somebody like at the end, and as the credits are rolling, he's fucking standing on the stage. It was like, I think either the Grammys or one of the MTV Awards shows.
Let's go to the tape.
They fucking left him on the stage.
That sounds terrible.
It's awful. They should have used some of that mint oil so he could have found the edge of the stage. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's fucking bad. Oh, man. I should have never done it.
Actually, yeah, a lot of the 70s Bowie albums were pretty dope. And obviously...
Well, Ziggy Stardust and
I really
Spiders
like-
from Mars came out in 69, didn't it?
72.
Was it that late?
Yeah.
I thought it was earlier than that.
I know, I'm kind of like... this discography is throwing me off because it's not what I thought.
That to me is like the best Bowie shit that there ever was. That fucking record to me
I mean,
is
dude,
like...
Hunky Dory is sick.
Yeah, it's a good record too.
Ziggy Stardust, Aladdin Sane,
Yeah.
Low, Heroes, Lodger, like those albums are really... Low is a really interesting
Heroes
album.
is a good record too.
Like, starts out with a bunch of, you know... I don't know. I mean, that one you can really hear... I think was recorded with Eno, but it's like, it goes from almost like pop rock kind of tracks, and then it's like the second half is all like almost ambient kind of stuff. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot in there that I was pretty. I didn't realize I had the whole discography out of whack in my mind. But Let's Dance, that was like, wow, platinum. Like I never knew about like the certifications on these either. It's fascinating. I got some studying to do. I'm a little embarrassed with my lack of David Bowie discography knowledge. Same with Stevie Wonder, man. Let me look at the albums that I used to listen to. Oh yeah, like Inner Visions, Songs in the Key of Life. There's a bunch I had. Yeah, Talking Book, Music of My Mind. It's like that stretch of records right there. I think I kind of tapered off at Hotter Than July, about right there. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. There's one fill on the Ziggy Stardust record that I've always loved, and I don't know why. It's just the tension to the music when the fill hits.
Well, what song?
Rock and Roll Suicide.
New Age Daydream.
Moon Age Daydream. No, Rock and Roll Suicide is like time takes a cigarette, puts it in your mouth, pull on your finger, then another finger, then your cigarette. And I forget what the line is after that, but there's like a little hold, and then it goes. That like intro fill though. When that one hits and the fucking piano drops on it, it's like that song for me is like, that's that shit.
Sick.
It's like a magic moment. I was on when I put that tape in the fucking truck. I wait for that song. I have an original press of that on like one of those fucking, you know, those like kind of manila colored cassettes that they made like back in the day. They're kind of like a off white like beigey like tan kind of.
Yeah, my mom has some of those.
Yeah, I have one of those. That's the press of that.
That's awesome.
It's fucking. I found it cleaning out a garage in an old lady's house that had died. It was in like some shit that was her son's, and he had died too. And, it was like this whole like tape collection, and it was all like terrible shit like ABBA and stuff, but fucking that was in there, so I took it.
Cool. Yo, Bobby, what's up, dude? Jeb Pittman, what's up, guys?
I told you about my Woody Guthrie tape like that too, right?
No.
I have a Woody Guthrie tape. It's not an original press of anything because Woody Guthrie never came out on cassette, I think. But this lady that I used to work for, who's now deceased at least 5 years, when she was young, she had a Woody Guthrie 78 record. And she got a newfangled cassette recorder, and it had a microphone with it. But you couldn't hook the record player to the cassette recorder. So she put the microphone next to the fucking speaker on the record player. I also own the record player now. She recorded that 78 to a cassette. It's side A. Side B is like New York City talk radio from like the, I don't know, fucking late 60s or early 70s, something like that. I guess probably early 70s because it's on fucking cassette. But it's this old ass fucking cassette anyway. And I used to go up and work at her house on Saturdays, and I would do like odd job stuff and help her with things in her studio or whatever. She did pottery and clay work. And I always used to pull that cassette out and I would listen to it there. So after she died, we were cleaning out, and you know, I mentioned that to her son, and he went and found the cassette and gave it to me. And yeah, so I have that on my bookshelf in the house. But yeah, that's my Woody Guthrie tape story. That
Nice,
shit's
man.
crazy, man. It's all about like the Dust Bowl and like the fucking ma cooking up tater stew and shit. It's like, that's some deep shit though.
Yeah.
Not now. People don't know what the fuck that's like now. Like, you know, people get bummed now if they don't got a Prius and shit. Back then, you're lucky you had a fucking house.
Yeah. I remember, like, because my grandparents were, like, Great Depression era, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know what that record was called. The tape just says Woody Guthrie on the side of it. But I need to digitize that one before it fucking gets destroyed eventually. And I don't have it anymore. But it's real rough. Like, the record was probably rough as shit to start with, and then recording it that way, definitely rough. But it's still cool.
Bobby said EHX might as well have a direct deposit from my account.
EHX?
Yeah, I think because he saw your shirt.
Oh, yeah.
What's the story behind the EHX logo? Like that? Is that like an elf?
No, it's a goat or a ram.
It is?
Yeah. That's the ram's head.
Have I not been like...
It's the ram's head.
Wait.
So, like, this is the wall behind the head. That's the face. And this one doesn't...
Oh, shit.
This one doesn't have the horns obvious in it, but, like, the horns are usually here and here. It's sort of got one there.
Dude, I never realized that was a ram, bro.
That's what it is.
I always thought that was like the guy's hair. I always thought it was like an elven guy with like...
No, man.
What?
It's a ram. It comes from the ram's head Big Muffs way back in the day.
I gotta study that, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I thought it was... I was always so confused by that.
That old guy that owns that place we were at today,
Yeah.
he was friends with Mike Matthews back then. Did I tell you about that?
No, that makes sense because he said he was like in like the New York City scene, right?
Yeah, so if you have like Electro-Harmonix buttons from like the 70s, that guy made them.
Mike or Owen?
Yeah, Owen made the pins,
Whoa.
the Electro-Harmonix pins. back then, and he used to get paid in Electro-Harmonix gear.
Whoa.
That's why there's so much weird Electro-Harmonix gear around that place. Because Mike Matthews would just give him shit as payment.
He's got that early shit too.
He's got that crazy shit.
Dude, I never realized that's like a Ram. I always thought it was like an elven.
Nah, man.
Freak out in the moonlight. That's gonna get picked up.
Freak out in the Moon Age Daydream. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's the song, for Christ's sake. 5 Years is a good song too. There's a lot of passion in that song, especially the end.
Dude, that whole album is like that might be my favorite Bowie album.
That's sort of like I have like a bunch of them, and I have the greatest hits box set and all that shit, and like I could just listen to that one fucking album and never listen to any fucking thing else that he ever sang, except for like fucking Space Oddity, right? Isn't that the one? Major Tom and shit. The fuck is that called?
Is that Space Oddity?
I think it is. I don't know. People out there probably know better than I do. Only two. Matt, why do only 2 of the 5 stages work right? What did you build it out of? Check your base connections. Also, make sure your diodes are polarized opposingly at each stage.
Travis, what up? Long time no see. How's it going? Oh, Jay, I wanted to present to you a small gift.
What is it?
That I picked up.
What'd you do?
In Iceland for you. When I saw Jay, let me place in a backstory.
Okay.
When I saw
I'm gonna
this,
just feel it and try to figure out what it is.
when I saw this, I immediately thought of Jay, and I said, I have to get this for Jay.
This is a keychain of some
It's
kind.
a keychain. It's from Iceland. I think you're gonna dig it.
Jesus, dude, that's fucking hilarious.
It's like a little Viking dude with an
That's
ice cream
too fucking
cone.
funny, man.
Because we used to get ice cream.
Yeah.
And then you always would dress up as a Viking
Yeah.
when you play live. So I was like, this shit is perfect.
Oh, that's fucking brilliant. Thank you, man.
Yeah. I don't know where you can put it, but
Right where you're supposed to put them.
Nice,
Ever
dude.
seen my keys?
no. Dude, he's good. Yeah, hell yeah. That's awesome, dude.
That's my fucking key ring. That's why it's on the carabiner, because it doesn't even fit in my goddamn pocket. So let me show you what's on here, though.
Yeah, what do you got on there, man?
So my tree guy one time gave me this dice. This is this was an actual die used at the Aladdin Casino in Las Vegas in like the 70s.
Whoa.
I don't know why he gave it to me, but he did. So I keep it. And keys for a million fucking things.
What is that silver circle one?
This?
Yeah.
That is a spark plug gapping tool. It's been on my key ring since I was 15.
I thought it was a key on that.
Nope, it's for gapping spark plugs. It's a feeler gauge. This is a guitar pick holder made out of vintage Volkswagen seat material.
That's sick.
Spare picks, so you never leave home without some, as long as you don't leave your keys someplace.
You just always put it on your belt loop.
Yeah, I have to. I used to keep it. It used to be about half that size. It was like basically like this, and that would fit in my pocket. But
Dude, I never
that
realized.
fucking thing is like, look how many goddamn keys are there.
I never realized how many keys you had,
I
man.
have a fucking shit ton, and I know what they all go to too. That's the worst part.
Now, what do you think which one do you think you use the least out of all those? Are there any on there where you're like, I don't even know what this goes to anymore?
No, I usually put those someplace else.
Okay, so those are all active keys in the life of Jay.
Yeah.
The life of Jay, that's what we should call the Jay doc.
Jesus. There are 2 keys that unlock the doors at the studio building. There's one that unlocks the door to the garage at my parents' house. There's one that unlocks my parents' house. There's one that unlocks my house and that unlocks the barn out here. I have keys for 2 of my customers' houses in the village of Saugerties. I have at least 2 lockbox keys for 2 different lockboxes. Trying to think what the fuck's on that ring. My Volkswagen key, a spare truck key, the Subaru key, and its fob.
And so, like, if you lost that key thing, would you be fucked?
I'd be pretty fucked, yeah. That's a lot of, like...
But that's such a hard thing to lose because of the mass of it.
Yeah, I
Like, if that
forget
thing
it
fell,
places
you'd be like,
sometimes, but
oh.
I've never lost it.
Right. Well, you were saying
I
you
mean,
like locked your keys in today.
Yeah, in my fucking house. So, go with this one, right? This is my Volkswagen key. Key to my house. What the fuck is this one? Oh, that's the key to the tech room. It's the key to the barn. It's the key to my bedroom. This is a key to the speaker shop.
We're going through them tonight, folks. We're going through them all.
Subaru key and my new Viking keychain. Alright, let's see what I can identify out of all these here. So I'll start over here because these are the easiest. So the feeler gauge, studio, garage under the studio, parents' garage, parents' house, one customer's.
Dude, how do you know? Those all look
Second customers.
identical. How do you know what those are?
Because they're in order and they've been in that order forever.
Holy shit, man.
They're all polished from being in my pocket. This unlocks that enclosed trailer that's in the driveway of the studio.
Oh, okay. Dude, you just need there's like 8 keys just named. They all look identical.
Yeah. This one unlocks a lockbox that actually got stolen, so this should be gone by now. But this unlocks my friend Dave's house, the studio where I used to work. Let's see, where are we here? This key unlocks the padlock on my parents' shed. That one I actually don't remember. Yeah, I do. I know what these 2 are. So a guy that I know used to own a collection of rental properties in Kingston. This unlocks the downstairs door on one building. This unlocks the downstairs door on the other. These are the 2 lockbox keys.
Dude.
Those 2 I don't remember.
What's the
And
oldest
one
key
we
that
already-
you have? Probably your house key? This is making me want to up my key game.
No. So this is my house key. This is the key that goes to the tech room. The green one is the tech room. The other one's the bedroom door.
Oh.
So the knob that's in the tech room door used to be the front door knob on my house when I was a kid. When I took the house over, I changed the lock. And I used that knob again so that I could lock the tech room when I go on vacation.
Huh.
So anybody who had a key to my house before could no longer get in my house. But I reused the knob because I'm a cheap son of a bitch. So this key I worked at a hardware store when I was 16. I cut this key at a hardware store when I was 16.
Whoa.
That key's fucking 20 years old.
Holy shit. So that's the oldest one.
That's the oldest one. On this ring. I have several old rings in my dresser drawer in the house that are... Like when I worked at that hardware store, I made copies of all the keys for all the cases and shit in that hardware store, and I had my own carabiner. That was like my work keys. And when I quit that job, I still have that carabiner. So I still have all the keys to like their trucks and
Oh, jeez.
all kinds of shit. For
They-
fucking 20 years now, I've had all that shit.
He's just waiting. Just waiting.
I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna go steal nobody's nothing. I don't care
Nah,
about
no.
any of that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not my shtick, man. Better things to do with my time than get caught for fucking robbery.
Oh my God. Bobby said, but where's the key to your heart, Jay? Where's that key?
There isn't one. That lock broke a long time ago.
Oh. Jason said, I need a key to my bedroom. What have I been doing with my life? I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I gotta get a key to my bedroom.
Well, the reason that there's a key for the bedroom is because when my whole family lived in that house with me, on nice days, my mom would open my bedroom door to let the air move across the upstairs.
And you were like, hell no.
No, it's fine, except my brother had this little Shih Tzu fucking mixed dog, and it would get mad, and it would go fucking shit next to my bed. So I got home from the hardware store one day, and it had done that, and the next day while I was working at that fucking hardware store, I bought a fucking key lock knob.
What would you lock your bedroom for? Let us know in the chat now. I thought it was just like another way to, I don't know, lock the house down when you leave. It's like lock the bedroom. My grandparents were crazy. They used to lock like all sorts of rooms when they left because they'd gotten broken into.
When I go on vacation, I lock the tech room. I put anything that's valuable in the tech room. And before I even am looking at leaving, I try to get all my repairs done so nobody else's gear is in my house. That's the number one. Then I take all the shit that is left in my house, most of which is mine at that point. I put it in that room and I lock it. Then I shut off the main breaker in my panel. Well, it depends on what's in the fridge. But I usually shut off all the electric in the house except the fridge. And then I lock that door. The main door.
So it's locked down. Yeah.
Yep.
You know what's crazy about locks?
How easy they are to pick.
Dude, it's medieval technology.
Oh, yeah.
And we're still using it today.
Yeah.
It gives you the appearance of safety where there really is none.
But one of the biggest deterrents to theft is a locked door.
True. Yeah.
Because if you can just turn a knob or pull a handle and open something, it's really easy for nobody to notice you doing that.
Right.
If you have to smash something or break something, it's a whole lot more likely you're going to get caught.
Yeah, that's very true because I know like even in LA, there's like where I was visiting my friend Sean again, bring it back to Sean. You know, they lived in a really safe place.
Yep, you just lock your car.
But they said, but if you leave your shit open,
it'll get ganked.
Stuff disappears.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
So even in places that appear to have chill, I'm pretty sure that somebody stole the coins out of my car actually recently because I always leave my car unlocked.
Yeah.
And I had like, you know, some quarters and shit because I use them for
tolls and things.
Yeah, parking. Yeah. And one day I went out there and this was the only reason I noticed this was because I was running low on change.
Yeah.
So I grabbed a bunch, threw it in there, like a lot, and then I just leave my car open. There's nothing in there. My car's old. Like I don't give a fuck. And somebody must have opened the door at night.
Got your change.
Got my change.
Went and bought a fucking beer at the mobile station up the road.
Yeah.
Walked the rail trail until I passed out.
And you know what? If they needed my change that bad,
fucking go for it.
You're welcome to have it.
Yeah.
Crazy though, man. Crazy locks and keys. Very, very fascinating. Yeah, it's like there's almost a psychological aspect to it, and like you said, it's a lot easier.
I'm a stickler about locking up the buildings that pertain to me, and you know, like the Volkswagen, I always locked because there's always been shit in there that like I don't want anybody to steal. Although it's not locked right now, and there's really nothing in there. It's an old tube tester in the trunk if you want that, but
yeah.
I mean,
I'd never keep anything in my car. That's why I never really have anything in there.
But like the truck, just as habit, always has the fucking key in it and shit. I mean, I don't ever lock that. If you want to take that fucking bucket of bolts and try to run off someplace with it, then good luck to you.
Like, have fun.
Watch out for them brakes. But, you know, whatever. But yeah. It is weird about locks, though.
Man, Bobby said someone stole my freaking Dinosaur Jr. cassettes out of my car.
Jesus. You know, my friend was at a show at Bearsville Theater, like, this is probably going back 10 or 12 years now. Forgot to lock his car. He was driving a 90s Ford Escort. Forgot to lock his car, and he had CD books The big fucking thick ones. He used to follow Dave Matthews Band around the country, which, whatever, that's his shit. But
You mean Dave?
huh?
No, you know, like Dave Matthews fans always they abbreviate it as Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he used to go follow him around and shit, and he would always buy the bootlegs. And those books were full of like one-off show bootlegs that he had bought.
That hurts.
And somebody opened his fucking door at that theater and fucking stole all of his CD books. He had a bag of weed sitting in the center console. That was gone. They left the pipe though. Like, Jesus Christ.
See, and that's exactly why, like, even today like, I don't know, I was worried about some of my stuff because I had this is like pretty much my most important stuff, you know, my computer, and I was like, I didn't want to leave it in the car because you never know when that happens. Even in chill places, you know, when you give somebody an opportunity, I guess they will take it. I don't know. Crazy, man.
If you can get Jay Mascis to talk anybody to death, I'll give you $5. Yeah. Pretty good.
Turtleneck said, at least maybe you turned somebody on to Dinosaur Jr.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, that's cool. Jeb said, I tried the Bowie lyric cut-up thing last week. What is that? I've never heard of that. Have you
The
heard
what?
of
Well, where am I?
Jeb said the Bowie lyric cut-up thing. I'm assuming it's like
I don't know that.
maybe you sing a couple different lines, or I don't know. He'll have to let us know what that's all about. Yeah, if we missed any questions in the chat.
Somebody stole your fucking car with a club on it?
What?
Jesus. How the hell? You must not have put that on right. Or they broke it.
Dude, you could still turn the wheel with those things on the steering wheel. Those things didn't do shit.
The fuck was it for then? I thought it was supposed to like hit the A pillar so that it couldn't the wheel didn't turn.
I think it was like if you had to make like a really sharp turn, you wouldn't be able to turn it.
Oh, so they could steal your car and then when it was time to make a hard fucking turn, they crash your car. Excellent. That's a great idea.
Drift off. Well, no,
Great
I think
fucking idea.
there's like videos of that shit, man, where like people drive with those things, or you could just like if you had a saw, you could just cut the steering
I'm sure
wheel,
you could,
pull
especially
the fucking thing off. If you
modern
wanted-
day.
That's the thing,
Modern
right?
day
If
with the
people want
battery-powered
shit badly
reciprocating
enough,
saws.
they're gonna
Oh, yeah.
they're gonna take whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah. Yep.
That's funny though. Yeah, those club things were a fucking joke. If they weren't, they'd still be selling them.
As seen on TV. As stolen from your driveway.
I mean, cars are virtually the exact same as they were. That like, why don't they still sell those?
Actually, cars
That'd be a really funny thing
would be a lot
to do with your car.
New cars though are much harder to steal. While they're easier to start and operate
That's
if you
true.
don't have that
I
key
know, I was
fob.
kind of
Yeah.
trying to be funny, but
Yeah.
yeah, I agree. That would be funny though if you had. I should get one of those for my car because it's like
They probably used one of those big fucking. They have these cable cutters that have like bypass jaws like this. So they open like this, and you put something in the middle, and then when you close it, it makes that hole in the middle smaller. It's for cutting like heavy gauge electrical service wire and stuff. They're big giant fucking handle thing. But you can cut through you could easily cut fucking fingers off with that goddamn thing. So I'm sure you could
Jeez.
cut through the club, which I'm sure was just like hollow steel tubing or whatever anyway.
Oakland, CA, late 90s, car theft capital of the U.S.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh, say Jeb said it's like William Carlos Williams or Burroughs. You take lyrics and cut them into strips and randomly select them and then reassemble them. Whoa. It's almost like those like magnet sets. You ever seen those like magnetic poetry?
Yeah, sure.
Kind of reminds me of something like that. Cool.
Yeah, the older the car is, the easier it is to steal, especially if you know anything about electrical systems. It's really really fucking simple. They got pretty creative though with steering column locks and shit as you get into like the 70s. And but now like your fucking car won't even do anything unless the key fob's in your pocket. Like goddamn interior light doesn't even come on unless that thing's in there. So, you know, it'd be a lot tougher now, I would think.
Hijack a Model T.
Well, I've been watching like a lot of Bonnie and Clyde shit. People are always, you read all this commentary and like, unbelievably, they stole a car from Mrs. So-and-so's driveway. Like, it's not really that unbelievable. Like, you could have stole that car with like 2 pieces of fucking wire and 3 alligator clips and like been set forever.
Yeah,
and then when you get like,
definitely had it easier. Like
Jesus Christ, I'm telling you, they didn't even have hood locks. You just turned the fucking handle and the thing popped up and done, and it started.
Yeah,
that was tough. You could have stole the car with a fucking screwdriver, but you know. Yeah, in a Model T, you really couldn't get away. That's true, because it only went fucking 15 miles an hour.
There's not many of them around either, so if you stole somebody's, they'd fucking know who you stole it from.
I actually like jumping a Model T with a fucking screwdriver across the starter. You might blow your hand off. These goddamn starters drew so much juice that they had like fucking thick copper straps and shit that went from the battery straight to the starter.
Whoa.
The early cars had hand cranks. And then later on, the electric starter became an option. Yeah, I learned that from an old man at a car show in Catskill. He had one that had been converted to electric start. He had a big sign. Converted to electric start. I was like, fucking converted from what? What do you mean?
From hand crank.
He's like, oh yeah, you see that hole in the middle? I said, yeah, I know about hand crank cars, but Jesus. And then he hit the button to make the thing crank, and it's like, boom. Like, I'm surprised it even fucking starts like that. It sounds like you're trying to jumpstart the Titanic, for Christ's sake. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Oh, Matt says, as a car salesman, yes, newer cars are harder to steal without getting caught. If they do, the alarm will be going off for hours and hours. That's crazy. What? Travis said my father had his dad's Model A. He gave me the starter packs from it for Christmas gifts. For Christmas gifts years ago. Whoa.
I think it would be very, very hard to steal a modern car. Like, nearly impossible. With all, like, the transponder technology shit that goes on with them. Like, I'm not even talking about getting caught. I'm talking about, like, actually making it run so that you could take it somewhere.
Yeah, you need that fucking...
Because it's like everything's like push button start and push button drive transmissions and all this shit. Like, it needs the beep from that little thing or it's not doing shit.
Yeah.
So unless somebody fucked up and left that in the console, I mean, it might as well be like a fucking shipping container sitting in your driveway. I don't know how you would take that. You can't bypass it. Especially, I don't know.
I wonder how that's so... But I mean, like... The technology, man, it always has faults. There's got to be a way, like, you can hack into it, or depending on how it works.
Now, yeah, I would think the modern, thief would have to be very computer savvy to break in through something like that. But like,
because that's the whole thing with cybersecurity, man. Like, people can think they're safe, but it's like,
yeah, it's all false. But like with the car, though, with the push button and the key fob thing. If the alarm is armed, you have to somehow get your computer or whatever the fuck you're hacking with connected to the OBD2 port of the vehicle before the alarm goes off and somehow jack into that shit. That seems highly unlikely.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm not sure. I don't really understand.
Be out there like fucking Geek Squad stealing cars and shit. You show up with all this shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder what the statistics are for carjacking and people stealing cars today.
Well, car theft, I would think I would look at, I guess it was probably like 2015 or 16 when like that key fob shit really took off heavy duty, Because a lot of the cars before that you could get to start and they would run for a specific amount of time before it would realize that it didn't have its chip, Although don't try it more than twice with a Volkswagen because the third time's the dealer. But anyway.
Jeez.
I have a key for my Volkswagen that never got programmed into the computer. So the computer doesn't recognize it. So it'll spin the car and it'll start, and then the little fucking security light comes on and it shuts off. I've done that twice. If I do it one more time, I have to have it towed. The dealer has to unlock the computer so that it can.
That's what Matt said. Yeah, he said
Yeah.
you can't steal a modern car without getting under the hood. You got to bypass the computer.
Yeah, that's fucking. You can never do that before the alarm went off. No fucking way. But anyway, I don't know how we got on stealing cars.
We've been talking about stealing cars. We're talking about locks.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're just
where the
joining
fuck
us.
this is going.
Welcome to the
Criminal 101 starter boot camp.
Locksmith Guild / thievery
Jesus.
live stream channel where we talk about.
Well,
the
you know, I
faults of
always say,
like locksmith technology.
I always say you should know at least a little bit about everything. So, you know, I mean. Bobby, you want a Volkswagen Super Beetle? There's one in the garage bay underneath my studio, 1971 Super, first year.
Get it out of there.
Come get it. Come get it. Come to New York.
You're looking to get rid of those now.
The black one, yeah. 1,500. Needs
You
brake
heard it here
work,
first.
needs valves adjusted.
Come get it, Bobby. Man. What else is going
Vox
on?
Super Beetle, yeah. Oh, man. I don't know how the fuck we got so far down that track.
I don't know, man. We can go back and figure it out, but I have no idea.
I
What's
blame
going on
the
this-
La Croix.
Yeah, dude, the La Croix is making me like.
La Croix.
Even though I don't drink anymore, when I drink these,
You feel fizzy and lifted?
yes,
Damn, really?
yeah, it's like the ritual of the can. And
Mike's on the suds again.
I don't know if I can drive home, man.
Well, there's 4 bedrooms in this house. Put you up, might be a little spooky.
Maybe
but
I'll get another one. I don't know, man. that doll in there.
that
freaked me
doll's
out,
fucking
dude.
you up.
Yeah,
I could put that in a cupboard someplace. You'd be fine.
lock her up. What's wrong with it? Cute?
What's wrong with what? That Super that's under the studio? It needs brake work and it needs valve adjustment and some window rubber stuff. I don't know, whatever. Standard fare shit. Doors closed tight, body solid. All the pieces are there. Sits with the reverse rake like all the early ones did. The McPhersons pushed the front end up too high because they're underloaded. But yeah, complete car. Windows are in it. It's got a sunroof too, crankback.
Oh, one thing we didn't mention. It's 424 day.
Oh yeah.
424.
Holy shit.
How about that?
Fuck your fucking 420. It's 424.
It's 424. I was hoping to do something special today. I mean, this is cool stream, but I wanted to like.
We went and made connections today. That's special.
Dude, I know. I didn't have any time. Yeah, I was thinking about. I wanted to do like just like an all day stream, but I don't know what I would have done. But maybe made some music. But yeah, I had some other things I had to take care of. Unfortunately, maybe next 424 day.
Can it be driven back to Texas? Ooh. I don't think I would try that without doing a bunch of work on it. It could be shipped to Texas on the back of a flatbed truck of some kind, though, I'm sure. They have those car mover carrier services that I'm sure would be more than happy to bring it to you. I actually don't know that I would drive a Volkswagen Beetle from New York to Texas, period.
That's a long ride.
Sounds fucking risky.
That's a long ride.
That sounds fucking risky.
Matt said he used to drive a big Econoline van that said the Andersons.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, fucking stranger danger rape van for sure.
Yeah.
Big fucking black Econoline, tinted windows and shit.
Just like the circle windows in the back.
Yeah.
Travis asked, are you guys still considering a 424 jaunt across the U.S.? I mean, I would love to do that.
Jaunty Joe.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Like, talking about doing that KnobCon thing last year. I was thinking it'd be fun to go play some shows in some places. If that's, I don't know. I don't know if anybody would care, but I think it would be fun to do some sort of tour / like 424 inspired jaunt. Maybe head out to National Audio Company, check out the Springfield place, head to some conventions or something like NAMM or whatever. I was looking at NAMM Nashville, but I don't know if it's really my scene.
Yeah, it's kind of whack anyway.
I watched
the going to the summer one's kind of dick.
What do you think's like? What's the biggest thing? That's just all fucking gear, right?
Well, I mean that's what NAMM is. Either one, but the winter one is much bigger than the summer one, and the winter is everybody's product line drops for the year. Summer is more like the updates and
not really
and the
big
shit that they weren't
out.
really ready to drop for winter. You know.
Yeah.
It's like, when you think about it, it's like the mid-year one.
I've never been to Nashville, so that's why I was wondering, like, maybe it might not be a bad time to visit. But, yeah, I mean, that would have been cool.
Did
I was
you
still
see
thinking
what,
about that, yeah.
see what Matt wrote? KnobCon, for you guys who aren't aware.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah.
Yep. Maybe this year. I don't know. I really
Thanks,
wanted
Gabe.
to.
That's awesome.
Oh, thanks a lot, Gabe. Thank you so much. Yeah, I would love to put together some sort of like, I don't know, reason to hit the road. That would be fun. We just fell through though because we just didn't have the cash flow, right?
Well, I mean that was right after we did the task vamps.
Oh,
So the cash flow was there. I think it more came down to like
the timing or something.
I think it was more anxiety about like the travel and the car and stuff
Oh yeah,
more than anything.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe next time. Damn, we got a couch in Virginia Beach.
Damn.
We can go to Madison, hang out with Jason, make some tapes.
Madison, Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Oh, what? You ever go to Smart Studios?
Is it Brodown Fest?
I gotta ask that question. Have you ever been to Smart Studios?
Gottfried Axel
Oh, yeah.
said in Sweden. Hell yeah. Yeah, that would be fun to do some sort of meetup or something. I don't know. Let's brainstorm on it. I think that would be fun. I would love to take some sort of trip this summer or some sort of road trip.
Oh, Smart's closed down, like gone? Really? That's a fucking bummer.
What is that?
That was Butch Vig's studio.
Oh.
That was where the Nirvana demo sessions and shit were done. Huh. I didn't know that. Damn. Well, you learn something new every day.
Yo, do you have any way to get passes for NAMM, Summer NAMM?
I have
you need,
several ways we could get passes for now.
Because you got to get like a...
Wait, for what? Which one? Summer?
Yeah.
Probably. Winter, definitely.
Because what do you need to, in order to go to those? You need to have some like...
You need to know somebody.
That's it.
That will put you on their list.
And then you just get, you got to pay for like a badge, right?
No.
Oh, they'll just throw you one?
Yeah. But your name's got to be on a list to get one.
We're going to Summer NAMM.
And then you have to get there somehow. That's what costs money.
Yeah. Well, my sister...
Is this... Hold on, hang on just 1 second. That Smart Studios doc, is that the one where he's talking about where it was... they started in the warehouse and they were running the fucking... like everything through the... Rolling Space Echo and shit. I think I did see that now that you mention it. Anyway, so your sister what? My
sister-in-law lives in... it would be a good place to crash on the way to Nashville. It's like right on the way, sort of.
Where is it?
It's maybe a little out of the way, but it's like Burlington. It's like Burlington, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm. I know where it is.
So it's like kind of by the... what do they call that? The Three Cities? I think a lot of these guys are actually down that way, too. That like North Carolina, like the
well, it's like Research Triangle and shit.
The Triangle, yeah. Like what's like the big college town down there?
Apex, Raleigh.
No. Raleigh, Durham, and then there's
Chapel Hill.
Chapel Hill. Yeah.
When my dad was a kid, he rode his 10-speed bike one time around that loop. It's pretty funny. That's a long-ass ride, especially in modern day.
Oh, Travis said a bunch of manufacturers offer passes. Huh. Maybe that's something to consider. We'll have to crunch the numbers on that. See, because that's gonna take at least. I think Nashville is further than Chicago, or maybe it's the same, but in the other way, in like south. Turtleneck. I got dumped last Thursday for the first time, and I'm gonna try to use that as a low point to climb from. Let the arrow fly, and do some dumb 20-something stuff and record shows, play songs, feel me. Heck yeah.
You know, actually, that's good advice for just about anybody. Every once in a while, you got to do some dumb 20-something stuff. Yeah, I like that line.
If it doesn't scare you, it's not a party. No, but yeah, you got to be safe. But yeah, I mean, yeah, do it up. You're free. In a way, it sucks that you got dumped, but in another way, you're now, free to do whatever you want. It's you don't have any other commitments to anybody else, so you can do what you want when you want. You can do what you want to whenever you want to. Do what you want to whenever you want to.
Or as my friends would have said way back when I was underage and drinking, better days and better lays.
There you go.
That's the toast, man.
Hell yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I would say definitely. I mean, that's so many. Think about how many songs and things are written too about love and love.
I mean, there's
loss.
a whole genre. You ever hear emo?
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck.
But I mean, like that's probably just songs about love and in general is probably about 15% of all recorded.
Peace
music,
out,
right?
J-Rad. We'll catch you on the next time.
Oh, J-Rad later, buddy. Thanks for coming through. Good to see you.
Yeah,
Good luck with the
definitely.
recording. Reamp drums. Interesting. From Gabe? Jay?
I'm still on the turtleneck thing. Downloaded Tinder that night too. Careful out there, bro. Careful out there.
Tinder.
Some
Where did I
STIs are
see
forever.
that?
Just remember that. Right under the reamp drums thing.
Oh, downloaded Tinder. How's that? Yeah, I was too old for Tinder. I'm too old
I've
for
no
that
use
stuff.
for that.
Yeah,
but,
never messed around with that stuff. I don't know.
But well, I mean, you understand what
Yeah,
it's for, what its premise
I just
is,
can't give any advice to that because
No. Well, I mean, the advice is the same. Yeah, use your protections.
Right.
Because some STIs, or as they used to call them when we went to high school, STDs, are forever.
What does they say? They would say like one night of pleasure, a lifetime of pain.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. That's like the school fucking
Travis,
health class.
was that the feeling emo
Propaganda.
might delete later? I don't know. The IDK, are you playing off that meme? Have you seen that fucking meme?
What is it?
It's like, it'll be
I
like
delete later.
yeah, it'll be like a picture of something. It was like feeling cute, might something later, IDK. I don't know what the fuck it comes from, but it was like everywhere last week.
Might delete later. I think I have heard that. Yeah.
So it was a play on that. Yeah, so I mean, reamping drums. Yeah, I mean, what is there a specific question that you have about it? Oh, to get a bigger bigger room sound. So, Gabe, do you have close mic'd sounds recorded of the drums? That would be my first question, because there's a couple ways you can do. You can do the stuff that you're asking about. I just need a little bit more specifics on that. If you have close mic'd individual mics recorded from the drums, there's another way you can add room sound without actually reamping technically anything.
Art Vandalay. George, what's up? The frying egg brain on drums commercial.
Yeah,
Set
remember
the
that
studio-
shit?
yeah.
Do you remember the one too where the kid's like sitting in his bedroom and his father comes in and he's like, "What is this? How do you know about drugs?
Yeah.
Who taught you this?"
I learned
and he goes,
it.
"I learned it from watching you."
Yeah.
And they show the joint though, and it like looks like a fucking piece of like rolled up candy. Like the production was so budget that like they couldn't even get something that looked like a real joint. Like, what are you
Dude.
smoking that out of? Like fucking was it cellophane you got that in? Can't smoke it like that.
Joe, he's actually making a video for the new album, but he made one for Horizon. He actually used that commercial in the video with the dad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, Gabe, if you have close mic'd drums, if you have a room that sounds halfway decent or that is bigger than the room that those drums were recorded in, and you have a PA system, I would set your PA system up at the far end of the room, set some room mics up, maybe a spaced pair or whatever sounds good at a distance from those, and then do a premix of your drums to send through that PA. So balance them as, you know, would be fairly natural to hear them in a room, but don't play back whatever overheads or whatever you had before, you know, XYs or whatever the fuck was over your kit. Just play the close mic sounds. No reverb on them. You know, EQ them so they sound cool or whatever, and blast them through the PA and catch what comes back out the other side. That's how I would reamp that. Because you're now going to take the sounds that you already have in a mix that already sounds natural and balanced, and you're going to put it into a bigger room and recapture it. So that's the easiest way to do it. So you're actually going to reamp the drums, but you're really reamping them to create a room sound and to gain the ambience naturally. So if you're working in a DAW, I would take your drum mix and send it to a bus, the close mics only, to a bus. Assign that a stereo output. Run that into your PA, the line outs of your interface into your PA. Let's say PA inputs 1 and 2, pan them hard left and hard right. Set your PA speakers up, good space apart, probably facing straight back into the room. Don't really get too crazy with angling them or anything, because you kind of want a little bit of that direct sound, and you want it to be directional as far as the panning. And then set those mics up sort of at the far end and play around with it. Those mics will come back on 2 more channels returned on your interface. It should be about that simple. There will be latency, so there will be a slight pre-delay applied to that, which is what happens in most reverb programs anyway. There's an adjustable pre-delay. So your latency, whatever the latency from the output to the return loop is, will become the pre-delay on whatever you record on the reamp path. And most things like Logic has the I/O plugin, so you can ping it and remove the latency. It accounts for that pre-delay. But if you don't do that and you're shooting into like a super reverberant space, then that latency actually becomes the pre-delay to the space. Does that work?
Yeah, Travis had a couple of suggestions too. Or Jeb said, that is it, Duquesne? Send it to the Wiz. Maybe turn the mics backward for maximum room. Or use a figure 8 and turn it sideways. Capture pure reflections. Or buy slate trigger from that one dude that never blinks.
Gabe, I don't know how many tracks you're trying to work on, but you could send me the tracks. I could either gun them out of my PA, or I can, I could run them through the Altec stuff or the Duquesne stuff or whatever the fuck you want. Stevenson things, whatever you need. But if you're just looking to add that room sound, you could try a plugin that will take an impulse response, and you could try to apply an actual room sound instead of like a, instead of just like a bullshit digital algorithm, if you will, whatever, like a pre-programmed reverb. If you used an IR of a room that you already liked, it might help without having to do all kinds of crazy shit. But I'd be more than happy to, like, if you can send me 2-track waves of your drum close mics, I could shoot them out of the PA and recapture if you need help with that. Or yeah, Travis definitely could do it too. He's got fucking sick plates and shit.
Matt said he used to have a D.A.R.E shirt to keep me off drugs. And Bobby said, you bad boy. Bet Skiz had all the chicas. And Charles said, all the gatos and perros as well.
Oh my god, that's too crazy.
What?
Skiz. I used to smoke BD cigs, vanilla only. I used to buy a bunch every time I went to New Orleans. The last time I bought BDs, they were strawberry BDs, and I bought them at the smoke shop, head shop on Decatur Street in New Orleans, Louisiana. How weird is that?
Strangers in the night.
Telling you.
I want to get that Steve
And it's been
Albini
fucking
drum
years ago.
sound. This is definitely the man to talk to if that's the sound you're looking to get.
Yeah, you're gonna need some like.
I mean, I don't mean to cut you off. I was just gonna say, like, the whole. Do you remember the whole D.A.R.E drug abuse resistance education campaign?
Yeah, the guy that invented that before he died apologized for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it just seems like such an ineffective.
The only thing it didn't give us was the numbers for the guys to buy the shit from.
Yeah.
It told you everything you ever wanted to know about what it looked like, what it did to you,
Yeah.
and how to use it.
Yeah.
It was like the best thing ever when we were young. It's like,
That's what I mean. The whole
wait,
thing.
how do joints roll again? And he says,
Yeah.
it could look like this. Like, yeah, it could actually. Yeah, it could.
But like,
Truly could.
I
They
never-
didn't
I
teach
never
you the
realized
dollar bill
when-
trick though.
also just like when you dare somebody to do something, it's like dare to keep me off drugs. Like that shit always backfires.
Yeah, it does.
So it's like that's like the worst campaign ever. I never realized how bad it was. Like
It's
on
awful.
so many levels.
Well, the whole initiative.
Sorry, this
about
is
all
like
that.
so off topic.
Yeah, but the whole initiative, the whole war on drugs all the way through, like the, D.A.R.E program and stuff is like, I think the intentions were often good, but man, the fucking application was misguided as fuck. It's like, what the hell were you thinking? I don't know. Fucking Nancy Reagan, man.
Yeah,
Fucking Nancy Reagan.
it's all about that cash flow, man. Mary Jane's Emporium. You guys.
I can't remember what the place is called, but I bet I probably in some of my travel shit have a receipt from it. It was like a white storefront with like sort of tall windows. I remember. It was definitely on Decatur. That's too fucking funny.
Dude, this is like fucking hilarious. Yo, James, what's up? Thanks for spending your dad time with us.
Well, Bobby, that's what I'm saying is like, they started talking to us about shit and it was like, drugs are scary. And then they start telling you, it's like, if you do LSD, you could see crazy colors and fucking demons. And I'm like, I'm going to try me some, it's like that fucking,
What is it?
I'm going to try me some of that LSD.
What's it called again?
That fucking, what the hell is that movie? Was it Walk Hard?
Oh, yeah. I never
Remember that
saw
fucking movie? No.
Dewey Cox story?
Oh my God.
It looks funny.
So it's a spoof on the Johnny Cash movie.
Yeah.
Which is kind of fucked up. But in the Johnny Cash movie, like he would go in, like the band's like fucking with some kind of drug or whatever in the bathroom, and it's like a whole like segue scene, But in the Dewey Cox movie, it's like Dewey will open the bathroom door and the one guy in his band would be like, "What are you guys doing?" Like, "Dewey, we're doing pills, uppers and downers. You don't want none of this shit, Dewey. You don't want none of this shit." And he'd be like, well, no, I think I do want some of that shit. And that's sort of like what D.A.R.E was like. It's like, don't do this, don't do this.
Exactly.
I think I do want to do that.
And just like the whole idea behind people daring each other to do things.
Yeah.
It's like they were trying so hard to be like, oh, well, kids like daring each other to do things. Let's dare them not to do something. It's like, who fucking clown thought about this, man? Thought this up. It's
Matt, the last time I was in that shop in New Orleans was probably 2010, maybe 12. It's a long time ago now. But, yeah. Yeah, Travis would truly be the guy in this chat to talk to about reel to reel. We all fucking play around with it and shit, but he's the only guy that actually gets paid to do it.
Yeah. We never got around to it yet. Mainly just cash flow, fixing shit. Yo, Travis, how did you get that trademark on autotune? That's crazy. Or did that like autocorrect? You said dare kids to keep off autotune trademark. You seen that?
Hold on, I'm going to write the word autotune.
Oh, shoot. Stefan, what's up, dude?
Yeah. It didn't do it on mine, so he must have. I don't know what he did.
Damn, that's cool.
Trees tied it to. I just tabbed the TM. I grabbed the TM. Yeah, I'm on a smartphone. I don't think I can even. I don't know where the fuck I would even look for that.
Chat skills. Turtleneck said my parents getting mad at me. I remember my parents getting mad at me because I thought White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane sounded cool. Oh, that's funny.
Spit La Croix on my fucking phone. That was nice.
Craw.
La Croix.
You think I can get one more before I hit the road,
Yeah,
man?
fucking bang it.
I'm gonna shotgun a LaCroix on the
Jesus.
Oh man, I'm feeling fucking silly.
Oh shit, Bill Jim rolled in?
Bill Jim, oh my god.
Damn. Been a minute.
Dude, we got all the OG peeps coming through, man. Crazy.
Bill Jim asked what everybody's favorite bands are.
Nirvana.
I never listen to music. I don't listen to music anymore.
What's music? We only talk about locksmithing and thievery now. And what else were we talking about? Old cars. We're not really into music anymore.
Yeah, we talk about like stealing things, picking fucking locks.
Our new locksmith guild.
Menudo. Oh no. Did you say our locksmith guild?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Man, it's all this LaCroix is going to my head, man.
Fizzy lifting drinks, man. Willy Wonka coined it.
I'm gonna start lining up all my cans.
You're gonna need the shield of Kevin to get home.
What's that?
The shield of Kevin, man. He's gonna have to
Oh
deliver you.
no!
I didn't say it in the correct order.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
And I heard fucking Fugazi's coming to Woodstock now. What's up with that?
That's crazy. Yeah.
What is up with that?
Well, my buddy, he books over at the Colony, so he must have. He's been getting a lot of cool bands coming through there.
Yeah.
And I guess the Colony's. I don't know, man. Hudson Valley for some reason is popping off.
Fugazi's gonna fucking blow that place down.
I know.
That's gonna be fucking bonkers.
I know, maybe we should go to that. That sounds
I
fun.
really want to go to that. Although you could probably just hang out like in the side yard and talk to Ian Mackay, and that'd be even more worth it than just seeing the band.
Mm-hmm. That's wild, man. That's wild, man. That's LaCroix. Hashtag
Kevin DeMarco and Max Shields. Oh no, somebody said it.
Oh fuck! All right, do not adjust your sets.
You can hear words. You hear it?
Yeah, that's creepy. Is that the doll speaking to us? Dude, that's fucking weird. Yeah, you're so good at playing this thing, man. Live noise album.
I was trying to get that voice back.
You need to sample that. Yeah, hell yeah. Matt said his favorite band is this bearded guy on YouTube who wears a green hoodie, still farts around with tape machines. What kind of music does he play? Sounds kind of lame. College radio, why do they sound like comatose, nasally little nerds? They play the worst shit. I agree, Jay. Hardly listen to music anymore.
I think most of the music I listen to is like either a song here or there that people send me, or like the same shit I've been listening to since like before the year 2000.
Yeah, that's the same here. It's like, I mean, I've ventured out into some new stuff
I dabble,
once in a
but
while, but like, yeah.
for the most part, I come home disappointed once.
I think they say something like your music taste doesn't really change after a certain age. It's like once you reach a certain age, what you've listened to up until that point is like pretty much what you're going to listen to. 424 day. Sorry, this LaCroix is hitting me pretty hard. 424 day. I meant to do something special today, but all I did, me and Jay shot some footage for the new J doc coming out.
Adam, the Demon Box
Life of Jay
is a circuit bent General Electric. Let's see. This is a model 7-4601A. Wood grain finish on polystyrene, made in Malaysia.
I see demons in the
radio alarm clock that I circuit bent.
Hashtag sponsored, baby. I've often said that the only difference between... Oh man, that was weird. I was like looking for my phone because I wanted to play on the drum machine, but then I just realized it's up there. I said LaCroix is basically Zero Loco. 424 LaCroix collab 2019. Yeah, all the more reason to listen to new music. Hell yeah. Gotta sample the new wares, man.
Stefan, the blown fuzz pedal. It's possible to blow the active components inside of it, the semiconductors that are doing the amplification. Oh, what happened? Did somebody say it again?
Yeah.
God damn it. Squeal like a pig, boy! There you go. So burnt smell, it depends what the pedal is. I would say burnt transistor or a burnt op amp, unless you connected the wrong power supply. Then the burnt smell is a diode or the PC board underneath the diode. You give me a little more specifics on what the pedal is, and I'll see if I can pull a schematic. And yeah. Oh, and a Mossrite copy. So the Fuzzrite
Freestyle.
should be 2 transistors. Did you accidentally plug it in with the wrong adapter? Let's start there.
Welcome to 424 Fest, sponsored in part by LaCroix Soil Seltzer.
You know, it's Bill Jim. The thing about this box is, like, if you go on the replay and listen to when I first tuned into this, there was fucking some kind of voice coming through this goddamn thing.
That was weird, man.
That was, right?
There's also this really weird doll that's staring at me over there.
You can hear it cutting through that.
But I mean, isn't it possible that we're picking up like radio from this?
I've never heard music come out of it, though.
Is it on AM?
Shit, I know. It's on circuit bed. It's on capacitors. Whatever capacitor radio stations sound like. It's like this middle band where, like, that's the real demon shit. Tune down through the gates of hell with that one.
Yeah, man. You can really find some sounds in that thing, man.
Yeah, it's fucking wacky.
Just looking for something on here. Anyway.
Peace out there, Charles.
Yo, Charles, good to see you. Thanks for coming through, my friend.
So if it went splattery and there's a burnt smell, but you're usually running it off of either a 9-volt battery or the correct power. I would still check. There should be a main diode in there. It's a reverse voltage protection diode. That could have shit the bed. But it kind of sounds like you blew a transistor, would be my guess. I don't know how that's built. If it's SMD, it could be really hard to repair. If it's not, it could be very simple. Sounds like Taco Bell. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Just leave that
Yep.
one alone.
Oh, my God.
Leave it to Skiz, man.
Yeah, do that. If you post a picture
What? No, not of that.
No, not of the inside of the fuzz pedal.
Oh, yeah.
We'll take a look at it and see.
Home Shake, yeah. I was listening to some of his stuff. Grizzly Bear, yeah, I'm a fan. I don't think Jay likes Grizzly Bear, though, right? You're not into them? Never listen to them? Kelly Stoltz, I feel like I've heard the name. I'm not sure if I've ever listened to this.
Isn't Kelly Stoltz like Lady Gaga's name before she went Lady Gaga?
Is it? I just heard this guy Kelly Stoltz. Oh, I thought Kelly Stoltz was the guy that's on like one of those like Dateline shows.
I don't know, man.
You ever know this? You know this?
No.
Oh, they're just fucking pulling our leg here. It reminds me of, or maybe it's like John Stoltz. Oh, I gotta look that up now.
So yeah, Stefan, just tag me in that, and I'll do what I can from here.
No, Kelly Stoltz is like a American singer, songwriter, musician.
Oh,
What is Lady Gaga's real name?
type that shit in. I don't know. I can't remember. I think
What
it's
did
Kelly.
we do before Google, man? Her real name is Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanotta.
No, it isn't. Nobody has that many fucking names.
What is Lady? I'm typing. What is Lady Gaga real name? Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanotta.
No.
Jay doesn't believe it.
Nope. It's bullshit.
Google's broken. Oh fuck.
What?
I just realized that Lady Gaga's 1 year younger than me.
Like to the day?
I mean by like a couple days, but that's
Shit.
like I thought she was like older than me. That's fucking weird.
The Stoltz guy uses a
Fuck.
388.
I'm fucking old.
You talked about the 388
Lady
already?
Gaga's younger than me? Oh man. Yeah, we were talking about that.
Did you see the Britney Spears autograph I found?
I
Did
did
you?
see that, yeah. Oh my god. I've had way too many LaCroix tonight, folks. Jay may have to take over the rest of the stream.
Shit.
Oh my god.
I'm here with Mike, and he's fucking wasted on sparkling water with a fucking hint of lime.
It's too much fucking lime, man.
Ingredients: only carbonated water, naturally essenced.
I don't know. I might have to crash here again.
What the fuck did you essence it with? How do you do that? Anyway.
Yo, right? Jeff said she's lying. She's definitely older than that. That's what I'm saying, man. Either that or she's an old soul.
Oh, God.
Don't you love when people say that?
Oh, people tell me that all the time.
She's an old soul.
All right, peace out, Jason. We're like
later,
pushing
Jason.
9:40 anyhow.
Oh, yeah, we should probably rock it out. Yeah, I hope it was fun. Sorry, we were all over the map tonight.
Yeah, it kind of were. It was like catch up and then...
And then just like crazy shit. New series I wanted to mention really quick. Jason and I have been working on a tape doc series all about how to make your own cassette tapes.
Oh, yeah?
So expect the first episode coming soon. I've been working on it. He's been sending me some footage while he's been making the BCC tapes.
Nice.
And I've been editing it all together. We're going to make like a mini doc of all that stuff. And then a whole series on... That's one of the big projects I've been working on in the background lately. Because I don't know, you may have noticed some of the recent vids haven't really been too much going on. But it's because I've been working on some other bigger projects. So stick around. But yeah, we're doing like I think it'll be really cool. It's coming out really fun. So.
And you told them that we started working on
the J-Doc?
Footage where you follow me around?
Yeah, so that was the other big news is I think
fucking came up to shoot footage and left with a job.
Yeah. How about that? How about that? Revenue stream, tap in those revenue streams.
Gotta do it. Plug in. But yeah, that 388 would be a fun project for somebody who's brave.
Yeah.
And who's willing to carry a 388, because as I found out today, they're about 80 some pounds.
Yeah, you said you were surprised at how much it weighed, right?
Yeah. It's fucking brutal.
Ah, fuck, man. I can't get over this Lady Gaga thing.
Oh, what the fuck? My YouTube just crashed.
Uh-oh.
No, like the app and the phone fucking totally just crashed.
You know what? I recently watched A Star is Born with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga on the plane. I give it.
I don't know that one.
I give it one. I give it 4 tracks up. It was good. Good stuff. I would definitely check it out.
So like she can act? Is that what you mean?
She's all right. She's all right. Yeah,
can't really
she's
fucking
good.
sing.
She's
so.
good. I enjoyed the performance. I thought it was cool. Sam, what is that guy's name? Sam. He's the dude in Big Lebowski. He's in it too. He's good in that.
Oh,
Sam. He's in Roadhouse.
yeah, I know who he is. Can't remember what his fucking name is though. Oh,
He's in Roadhouse 2. No, I don't think he is. All right, yeah, Stefan, thank you for coming out. Good to see you. Good to see everybody.
thanks, John.
I gotta try to sober up. Oh, Sam Elliott. That's right. What's the best way to sober up from LaCroix?
Probably tap water.
Okay.
Get all them bubbles out.
Yeah.
Did you see John's comment?
Maybe there's some kombucha in it.
No, further down.
I love you all. Hope your week is bountiful.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Jeb.
that.
Yeah, I'm always the positive vibes in not only from Jeb but the general 424 community. It's
This one's for Carter Holland.
special place, man. We need a Carter Holland thing. Yeah, I'll work through it. I'll take a cold shower, drink some coffee in the morning. But yeah, thanks, Jeb. That's awesome, man. It's always really appreciate you, man.
God damn it.
Oh shit. It's the Mac DeMarco alarm. Man, we had a lot of Mac DeMarco mentions tonight.
Hear Max excitement from you. You're still
Holy shit. My dog is going crazy over that squeaky toy. Dig the
we
lore.
gotta get some other ones.
Yeah, we gotta get some more, man. Been meaning to.
I would get one, Thurston Moore one, but since nobody ever talks about him, I would sit there a lot.
Nice.
But Jay Mascis does come up a lot, and so does Steve Albini.
That is true. Yeah, we're gonna have to get.
What do you get for you know what you need for a Jay Mascis toy? You need something that looks like one of those jewel tummy trolls that makes a squeaky sound. That's kind of appropriate.
That's perfect.
Or like one of those.
What would you get for Steve Albini?
Jack Skellington with a wig on that plays the song. I'm not really too sure.
Press play and it like does this little dance.
Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to work on that.
Do you have any objects that you think would make good future @mention alarms? Let us know. Oh boy.
Or if you can think of any characters that get spoken about that I'm forgetting about with any frequency that we should be highlighting with some horrendous noise. Let us know that also.
It's crazy because KS was definitely the first. I feel like every fucking stream from the first stream, there's always a KS mention.
Yep.
And then MD started sneaking in.
Yep. Albini,
those
I think,
two, man. I'm gonna have to make
an.
We're gonna make an album that's like, Mac Shields or something.
What we should do is get an AM radio transmitter, mic this, record a loop of this, and run it through the AM transmitter, and then receive it here, and try to pick it up through the circuit bend That could be your record, man.
Let's do it.
You can put that blend back together with all of its latency and chaos. And
That's the new record.
Kevin DeMarco. I bet Thurston Moore wished he lived in his studio too.
Oh yeah, Elliott Smith. That's a good one.
Oh God.
Yeah. Yo, man. You guys
could
going to
create
Bonnaroo?
a-
Are you going to Bonnaroo, Jay?
What?
Are you going to Bonnaroo?
Am I going to Bonnaroo?
Yeah, Carter asked.
No.
What's up, Carter? No, yeah. Yo, Brubaker. What up? Good to see
Wait,
you.
where's that?
Dude, you have on live chat or top chat?
Oh fuck! I'm on goddamn top.
I know,
chat.
I missed so much.
Motherfucker. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, what's going on, Brubaker? I'm gonna get back to some of your comments. I noticed you did some. I'm gonna be doing a new stream that's gonna be like a shorter stream, I think, where I group together all the questions and comments that people ask throughout the week.
Are you gonna like recut it, or are you gonna stream?
I think I'm just gonna stream it and like project the screen or something. I don't know how it works though. If people like email me, they probably don't want their email broadcast. But I was thinking
You
just
gotta
like,
redact that shit. Put a little black squeaky line through it.
oh yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I want to do something like that. Or maybe it will
Redaction
be
box.
pre-recorded.
Is that a word? A redaction box? That sounds like it should be a thing.
Yeah, I think it is. It's like on like government documents, right?
I prefer to be redacted from this.
Yeah, I was thinking I'm going to start looking at and answering comments live, probably for like a power hour or like 30 minutes. Power hour while I drink LaCroix. Every what is it? What is
Jesus.
the power hour? Is what you drink one every minute or something?
I don't fucking know. Power hour, Jesus. 1 a minute?
No, that can't be it.
No, hell no. You'd die of something.
Maybe it's like every 5 minutes. Anyway, I'm gonna start doing some sort of comment, stream where it's like, because it seems like everybody asks a lot of great questions, and I get back to them, or we get back to them in this stream sometimes. But I think it'll be easier to
Lately, I've had a lot of people hitting me up about fixing 4-tracks.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I got another one this morning that I have to respond to tonight.
It's crazy, man. There's been so many
Yo,
comments
the
just in
parts
general.
are hard to find, though.
Really?
Working on that guy Rob's 246. The belt kit's no problem, but I replaced the pot in it, put a belt kit in it, and then I flipped it over and I got ready to clean up the transport, and I realized that the pinch roller like stuck to my thumb when I touched it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It was like,
That's what was surprising about that 388 at the
yeah,
studio.
the roller is fucking mint. The heads are beautiful. Fucking, I don't know. If it sits there too long, I'll probably take the power supply apart and try to figure out what happened. Because I got more info on that too while I was down talking to him.
Oh, really?
He said that the transport stopped working, but he still used it as a mixer for
That's
a
what I
long
was
time.
going to ask. Yeah.
He still used it as a mixer for a long time.
Based on
and
the
then,
condition, yeah.
yeah, and then one day he fired it up to use it as a mixer, and it wouldn't pass audio anymore, and there was a burning smell. So I'm going to guess that something in the power supply shit the bed. And there's a whole schematic book that goes with that fucking thing, so it should be.
Yeah.
But I'm not getting too deep into it. Like, if I can't put like a belt kit and like a couple caps or something in that, I'm not fucking.
Yeah,
going
I think
further.
that you should just move that along.
It's listed right now, $1,000. You have to come and fucking meet me in person to get it if you want it. You fix. Original operator manual with schematics. Yeah. But anyway, the 246, so I ordered the pinch roller. I finally found a seller that had one. Ordered it. And then like 3 days later, I get an email and they're like, oh, we're waiting on a delayed shipment. It will be at least another 4 weeks. I'm like, it's a fucking piece of rubber this tall, that big around. Can you I don't know, Power Avion, can you just fucking put that shit in like somebody's shoe on an airplane and get it the fuck to me? I don't understand what the problem is. No. So, gonna have like what should have been a few hour project is gonna sit at my house for fucking 3 months while I wait for the goddamn pinch roller. But the transport works, I mean.
Bobby asks, is there a deal for both the 388 and the VW? Maybe you can put the 388 in the back of the Super Beetle and ship them out to him.
You probably have to put the passenger seat in the back seat and put the 388 in the passenger seat, passenger floor to make that all fit.
Fuck. Any luck splicing cassette tapes? I mean, I've made loops with them, tape loops, but I've never actually like cut things out. Like I think you're thinking like old school.
Wait, am I on fucking Top Chat again? What the fuck?
Travis said I used to get asked to work on 388s all the time. No thanks.
Oh, okay. Now I get it. All right. Somehow I scrolled up and ended up on Top Chat again. So where am I? Had luck splicing cassette tapes. Splicing cassette tapes is really fucking difficult unless you have good splicing tape. And if you're gonna splice them end to end like in a solid loop, do a 45 crossfade style. It makes the blip and the transient from where the splice is much less extreme. It's very hard to do it cleanly though. Deal for both that and the VW, the 388 and the Bug. I mean, I guess we could talk about it. I'm not too sure.
Does somebody have any experience buying cars on eBay? Have you ever done that?
A couple of people I know have done that.
And what was their like? Did they like it?
As long as the description is accurate, it's usually good. Ask for more pictures than the auction has in it, and get pictures as it's loaded onto the truck, because when it arrives, if there's any issues with it, the shipper may be responsible, and you need to have that information to compare it to. And it's usually somewhere between $800 and $1,500 to ship a car on like a travel, like one of those carrier trucks.
Wow.
You ever see those trucks on the highway that have like fucking 10 different cars on it, all weird and shit?
Yeah, that's that.
That's what that is. Skiz, yeah, if you want me to do that Blues Junior up, you just gotta ship me the chassis, put the tubes in separate boxes, or don't send me tubes and I'll put new tubes in it. But yeah, I'd be down for that. You can email me about it and we can talk specifics of that if you want to do it. Terry's rubber rollers, redo 4-track rollers. I don't know, the pinch roller is so fucking tiny on that machine that like, other than finding a cross-reference part, I don't think there's really anything else I can do but wait for wait a minute, I'm totally confused now. I just hit the Bill Gym thing. You guys ever hit up local swimming holes in Saugerties? Heard there's so many that some haven't been discovered yet. Where's Bill Gym from?
Well, I'm not sure. Bill Jim said that I think his brother lives here. That's how he knew about like the Woodstock, the band. Remember we were talking about the band? Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know, Bill Jim. Isn't your family live in Woodstock or something?
Bill Jim, what's your 20?
Bill Jim, what's your 20? I've never heard of like lost swimming holes in Saugerties. I feel like that would be your forte.
Actually, we went by one of the places that I used to swim a lot when I was a lot younger. Today, that Mill Road on the way to, that's Palinville, but still. There used to be what we called Swinging Bridge there. It was a cable suspension bridge, footbridge that went across the creek.
Yeah.
And below that was a dam that the middle had been blown out of. And there was like a 15-foot drop. And it was a giant fucking swimming hole there. Like you could jump off the falls and never touch the bottom. And hurricane came through, that last big ass one we had, and it fucking displaced what was left of that dam. A full-size tree came down roots first and ripped the bridge and its pilings out. Yeah, fucking totally destroyed the whole thing.
Damn.
So that's right on Mill Road there.
Yeah, you know what? The reason I was asking about the cars was A, because I don't know. At some point, I want to get a new car, and B, I just don't want to go to like a fucking dealership. Maybe I'll go to Matt's dealership.
What's it called? Terry's Rubber Rollers?
Take a trip.
Travis, is it like terrysrubberrollers.com? I got to be really careful how I search that because it could be.
Yeah, that sounds like a joke.
Oh, okay. You got tubes already. Yeah. So let's talk about that then, definitely.
Oh, vehicles are more expensive there.
There's a couple really good swimming hole spots, and actually there are on the property where I live. There's quite a lot of creek frontage, and there's some pretty good swimming there too. But,
Isn't there like a river or like a stream on where your studio is too?
if you walk like several miles into the woods, yeah.
Oh, I thought there was one just like right over that ridge or where the valley. There's like that little valley.
No, it's just a little like runoff stream thing. Yeah, Sargady's has a lot of places to swim. There's a lot of cool ones up towards, like out in West Sargady's and shit too. Woodstock's got a couple. And it depends what you want to do at the Woodstock ones. Like if you're into like seeing a bunch of naked people swimming, then there's certain ones you go to for that. And if you're not, then there's certain ones you go to avoid that. And
there's some spots in the Catskills too.
but up towards Palinville and shit, there's some really good fucking swimming spots.
Yeah, there is.
All right, I'll do a search.
Oh man, a 70s Mustang for $3K. All right. We'll send you the Super Beetle and then just put the Mustang in place on the shipping container, the shipping truck, and just swap out the Super Beetle for the Mustang. Yeah, Mars Communications. That's where Matt gets his belts from.
I'm screenshotting that. We'll check that out, and then I'm gonna scroll up and screenshot what
That's
Travis
legit.
said.
That's legit.
Let's see. Yeah, Travis, that 388 though, going back to what you said, like, fucking, I just can't see trying to take that fucking thing apart. Like, you know, everything that's going on up there is trying to bring shit back to life and make it perfect for like no money. And like even popping the hood on that thing is like, I can just see I can see what's in the can of worms. It's like if you had a can of worms in your hand and had like a lucite panel on the side so that the worms couldn't fucking get out, but you could see how many were in there. That's what popping the hood is like. Like, Jesus Christ.
Well, dude, I think that's why you stick with the idea of just put it up on Reverb.
It is.
Somebody will buy it.
But you know, like that kind of shit always gets my fucking goat, man. I gotta like, at some point I'm gonna be up there with screwdrivers and an iron and shit, fucking with that. Like,
Yeah.
That's a thing that's probably gonna happen.
Right.
Because I can't not.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, but every week there's gonna be a new issue with it. I don't care. I gotta just get it to work, and then
I think that's the Mustang. Bobby was
that.
talking about, yeah.
Well, that we could fix up. That's no problem. But 388's on the other hand.
It's a Ford, man. Fix or repair daily. Comes
Yep,
with the
driver
territory.
returned on foot. Yep. Yeah, Woodstock is like fucking not 15 minutes from my house. I do not repair acoustics, but I can put you in touch with one of the best guys I know. who studied under D'Acquisto. I could probably answer your question. I don't do it myself. I don't have a stable and clean enough. The bridge is pulling upwards. The high action is high as shit. So your top is probably going to have to be steamed off, or at least steamed and relaxed to flatten it, and then rebraced most likely.
Oh, Capro, he's back at 424 HQ. We're at Jay's Operation Audio Studio Annex right now.
Is that what we're calling this? Yeah, no, Travis, I totally hear you. Like the 388 is like it's more a novelty to me than it is like oh God, I can't wait to make, fucking the next 20 records on this, because it's probably going to be a fucking nightmare. The routing looks interesting, but that doesn't mean it's any good. It's just interesting. And, but I really don't want to start pulling cards and shit out of that thing. Bill Jim. So the guy that I would have sent you to is Dave Schneider with Schneider Guitars. Let me see if I can find his. Hold on.
Oh, thanks for asking, Carter.
Jesus Christ, if I could spell his fucking last name. See if his website is still active and functional and all. Yeah, cool. So here, this is a guy that lives not that far from me. I've done a lot of amp work for him, and he's done a bunch of guitar work for me. So you could check him out and tell him that I sent you if you end up dealing with him. He's a real nice guy. He built his shop in Bearsville anyway. He came from Ohio, I think.
Ohio.
But he's in an old it's Oddfellows temple, I think. Yeah, I think it's an Oddfellows temple. But yeah, he's a good dude, definitely. And he also is like one of the world's only restorers of sitars and Indian stringed instruments. And he also restores and revitalizes harmoniums, reeded harmoniums. He's into some really interesting shit. But
man, this is our latest stream, 10 p.m.
We're gonna have to fucking cut it though. I gotta have a cigarette.
Yeah, what time was the diner stream go to that time?
I think 11 something maybe.
Yeah,
but only because we were traveling for so fucking long. So.
All right. Well.
All right. So.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, it was good to. So, are we back on for next week, or when the hell are we streaming again? What did our plan end up?
I don't know. I mean, do we want to? It depends if we want to work on stuff next week. And also, the beauty is now that I figured out how to schedule them. Yeah. People will know when we're back.
If we are, or if we are not.
If you're following us, and then make sure you follow us on Instagram. I'm at 424 recording. Jay's at operation_audio.
Yeah.
Because we'll probably say when we're going to stream from there. But that was one of the things we were talking about. If
I've been really bad on my socials recently.
Me too, man.
I haven't really been keeping up that much.
YouTube's the only place I really hang out anymore and make updates. And I still figure out how to make community posts too. But
like half the shit I even watch on YouTube now. You know what I've tuned into recently?
Dude, I don't really watch anything on YouTube anymore. It's weird.
Yo, there's this dude called MUSTIE1, the number 1, Musty1, and he goes and he rescues like engines and shit. So I sit for like hours and just watch this guy take apart like dead Briggs and Strattons and like fix them with nothing. Like, whoa. There's a whole Volkswagen series I watched the other night. Reminded me of being a kid and watching my dad doing the same shit.
That's cool.
It's like, yeah. If anybody can find one of these fucking alarm clocks and actually wants to send it for a bend,
Yeah, dude.
It's out there. But anyway, good seeing y'all again.
Yeah,
and,
thanks for coming out tonight, everyone. So good to see so many old faces, new faces.
We'll either see y'all next week or...
Yeah, just
We'll see y'all soon.
make sure you keep notifications on, and it'll let you know. Should let you know, or you can always check the channel page. But that was one of the things we're probably going to slow down on the streams for now. I mean, we'll be at it, but probably maybe not so much every week because there's things we're going to work on, and
Yeah.
we're going to start jamming and practicing and stuff. So
And that may
Wednesdays maybe
involve some streaming too. It all
Yeah, that's
depends.
true. We're trying to we're mixing it up a little bit. Gonna figure something out. Figure out a new direction. Covering one direction.
We
Song.
could set up fucking band practice out in the barn out there and stream it off of
Shit.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
That's where we rehearsed when we were kids for years.
Oh, now we got something cooking, man.
I started playing in that fucking barn.
I got the footage of the barn.
Christ, my first guitar and amp ever I played in that barn.
All right, I gotta go get some more LaCroix.
Do something you want to do each and every day. Be nice to people that deserve it.
Band in the barn, cool idea. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, until you see inside the barn, it's a fucking mess in there. But there's plenty of room for drum kit anyway, and I got a vacuum.
Hell
So
yeah.
y'all have a good night.
And it's getting nice out.
It is. Alright, peace.
Peace. Peace out.
Of course, it never lets me push the fucking X button.
Peace